The most important thing you can do before bow season opens is practice, practice, and practice. All the food plots and you can scout all day, every day, but it all means nothing if you can't seal the deal when the time comes. But not all practice is equal. You can shoot extremely tight groups at a static 20-yard target all day long, but it doesn't quite translate as much as a real situational practice would. You can use that to get your form down, but you really need to practice real hunting situations. I have changed the way that I prepare myself for bow season the last couple of years, and it has helped tremendously. I used to just set up a target in my backyard and shoot at 20 yards and shoot at 30 yards, and while that's not bad, it can certainly be a lot better. So in this video, we're going to go over 3 drills you can use in your own backyard, your own archery club, wherever you shoot, that will help you get ready for real hunting situations. But before we get into the drills, do me a favor, and if this is your first time on my channel and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that bell icon so you can be notified every time I upload a video. And the first drill you should add to your practice regimen is what's called the 3 at 30. This is a basic drill that determines whether or not you get to move on to the other drills. If you can't consistently execute this drill, then you are just going to be stuck here until you can. Set up a target 30 yards from a tree stand or any other elevated position. I use my deck a lot because I don't have any good trees in my backyard for a tree stand, but I do want what I think is a key thing. I measure my platform of my tree stand and I tape that area off on my deck, and I make sure that I keep my feet within that boundary. The goal of this drill is to put 3 consecutive shots within a 4-inch group at 30 yards, hence the name 3 for 30. Use your broadheads with this one if you can. It'll just help you get more accustomed to them. If you really truly have been practicing, this drill should be a cakewalk. And if it's not, then you're sticking with it till it is. And the second drill you should add is what's called the long hold. Based on the name of this one, you can probably guess what it's all about. There are a lot of times where that deer or turkey or whatever you're hunting, it just takes longer than you thought to get into that shooting lane, and you have to hold your bow back a lot longer than you're comfortable doing. And while you should work on getting better at knowing when you should and should not draw your bow back, it happens all the time, and you really need to be prepared for it. There's just a lot more to think about when you're actually hunting. You got to think about, if that deer's looking at you or turkey or whatever you're hunting, you got to make sure your shot's clear. You got to think about yardage. Your mind can get a little more overwhelmed than it does when you're just in your backyard shooting. So you need to really practice that. For this drill, draw your bow back and hold it for 2 minutes. And I know 2 minutes sounds like a long time, but just hold it as long as you can. Don't even concentrate on aiming. Just think about holding your bow back at full draw. Once that 2 minutes is up, then you aim for 15 seconds and do not shoot until that 15 seconds is up. It's not about how long you can hold your bow back at full draw. It's about being able to accurately aim once you're tired. Get comfortable doing that, practice that worst case scenario, and you will be a lot more confident come deer season. And the third drill that you need to practice is the quick draw. Just saying that makes me want to watch The Quick and the Dead. You are just as likely to have to shoot faster than you're comfortable with as you are as holding your bow longer than you'd like. Hopefully that sentence made a lot more sense to you, because it definitely doesn't sound right hearing it back. But you need to be prepared for that unexpected deer to come into your setup, especially during the rut when a buck can just come charging in without any notice. You need to be prepared to work with that quick timing. So to set this drill up, it's going to be a lot easier if you have a second person. So get like a friend who doesn't hunt, or maybe you all can swap off, or use your wife or your boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever, your dog. Anybody that can work a timer, because what you're going to do is set up a 3D target, preferably 20 yards away. You're going to have that person time you because you're going to try to get through your entire setup. Draw, aim, shoot in 5 seconds. Oh, and if doing that in 5 seconds seems hard, you also have to do it so you hit a 3-inch group every single time. You do need to be a little bit careful with this one. Anytime you speed up your normal process, you're bound to make plenty of mistakes. I have missed the target plenty of times and even broken an arrow in the creek behind my house, so just watch out. Keep your routine in mind as you do this drill. You need to draw, find your anchor, pick your spot, and squeeze the trigger. You are more likely to punch your shot with this because you're trying to go as fast as you can. So if it takes you a little bit to get under that 5-second mark, accurately with good form, that's okay, as long as you are continually getting better. So those were 3 real world hunting drills you can use that will definitely help you get better. If you have any more drills or tips that you use during the off season to prepare, leave those down in the comments below. Hit that like button if you like this video, share it if you found it helpful, and make sure that you are subscribed so you can stay informed.